Are you dealing with a narcissist and you are just getting into the phase when you're getting ready to think about leaving that narcissist, or maybe that narcissist is leaving you, but you are trying to leave them and you are wondering what they're going to say? I'm going to give you 6 phrases that you hear when you are trying to leave the narcissist in this video. Super important, so stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for more than 20 years, and I've been recognized by US News as one of the best lawyers in America. And I've also written a couple of best-selling books, and I have a brand new one that's in pre-order now called Slay the Bully: How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. And I am on a mission. I'm on a crusade to make sure that you break free from those toxic relationships, those relationships that are absolutely driving you insane, making you sick, probably even physically. So make sure that you smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because I'm here giving you free information, free advice every single day. I want you to have that life of peace and freedom and peace of mind that you so deserve, your soul deserve, because I've been there. I've been exactly where you are, not just sitting there side by side with my clients. I've done that too, but also dealing with narcissists in my personal life. And that's why I want you to have this life that you deserve. So I have heard these gaslighting phrases that I'm going to share with you. The reason why I want you to hear them is because I want you to be able to recognize them so you can actually step back as almost like a third party observer and go, okay, I see what's going on here, and actually start to be able to not take these things personally. That way, when you go to negotiate with them, you're actually in a much stronger position. It will help you to heal. You can actually start to be in that place of getting on the path of creating a life of intention, a life of where you're in creation and not just survival. And that is so important, because when you're dealing with a narcissist, you are in survival mode all the time, and that defensive mode all the time, and in that cognitive dissonance all the time, where your brain just feels like it's so scrambled. But the good news is that you can start to heal. Your brain can start to heal. And what happens is, you've been love bombed and devalued and love bombed and devalued, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When that devalue phase starts, that's when you start to see the birth of that smear campaign. And the first thing they're going to start to do, especially when you try to leave them, is they're going to start to try to suck you back in, try to pull you back in, because they don't want to see that supply going out the door. And so they're going to try to guilt trip you. They're going to get meaner. They're going to get all of those things right away, even if they have been the worst to you. And you're thinking, well, you kind of hate me, right? Because they sort of act like that. You've been thinking, you don't even like me. They've been treating you that way the whole time. I mean, you almost feel like it's going to be a relief to them to be gone, but they still have been getting supply from you in some way. They still want you there. So they're going to try to suck you back in. You've got to resist that, because that's your soul talking to you. Your soul is saying, I got to get out of this thing. So I'm going to tell you right now, you've got to resist those guilt trips and all the things that they're going to try to do to suck you back into that web of toxicity, because your freedom and your health needs that in order to get whole again. I've been where you are. And as long as you're still in that web of toxicity, you cannot heal. You got to start turning it around. And it doesn't happen overnight. Don't beat yourself up for any kind of decisions that you made when you were in that survival mode. Don't feel guilty. Don't allow them to put that on you. So step 1, don't run. Step 2, make a U-turn. Step 3, break free. That's what I say. It doesn't happen overnight. So one of the things they say, I'm going to just go into these 6 phrases now, is I'm the honest one, and everyone knows it. No one's going to believe you because you're the liar, right? So they try to make it seem like everyone's going to believe their lies. And that's the first thing that you're going to now start to worry about, is that everyone's going to believe their lies and no one's going to believe you. And that's what they're going to try to get you to think. I just said to you, in the discard phase, that's when you see the birth of that smear campaign. And so what I want you to do right now is go download my free phrases for disarming narcissists. And you can get that at disarmthenarc.com. Disarmthenarc.com. Free phrases for disarming narcissists. It will help you so much when you're dealing with this kind of craziness, because they're going to say, I'm the one that's honest. No one's going to believe you. Basically, everyone's going to believe my lies. You've just got to have something to say back, some kind of way to arm yourself. And that's what I want you to have. All right? Don't believe that craziness. Just close your ears, close your eyes, pretend like you've got a little bubble around you, because that's not true. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, you made me like this. I was never like this. You did this to me. I don't like all this craziness. I don't like to live this life of drama. You made me crazy. You made me like this. All this happens because of you. If it weren't for you, I'd be calm. When things go flying off and you guys end up having big fights and all that sort of thing, they blame it on you. Again, that's so not true. Most of the time, they're the ones that pick the fights, right? I mean, you're like nice, normal, calm, living your life, and then they go and they pick fights and they do things, and then they turn around and they blame it on you. Be, like Teflon, like Teflon Tony or Teflon Tennille or whatever, Come up with a name for yourself. That's you. Water off a duck's back. Like water, like just kind of like rolls off a duck's back. That's you. That's number 2. Number 3, I never did any of those things. So when you try to bring up that they were abusive to you, that they cheated on you, they were mean to you, all the things that they might have done to you, how horrible they might have been to you, never happened. They'll just flat out deny it. Complete gaslighting. You're a liar. Actually, you were the one. You were abusive to me. You cheated. Even if you didn't, they'll say that you emotionally cheated or something. They will literally gaslight you into believing that you were the one who did all of those things. I'm going to tell you right now, give up. Forget about. I always say like the F's. Forget about getting narcissists to acknowledge you. Forget about getting them to admit their sins. It's not going to happen. And in fact, it gets worse when you try to get them to do those things. So they're not going to say that they did those things. And in fact, they're going to now start accusing you of it. So don't say you cheated on me or you abused me or all of those things. They get more and more agitated. They have a deep sense of shame. Narcissists feel more shame and more self-hatred inside than anyone else. And so if you try to bring those things up, it really, really does trigger that narcissistic injury. That limbic system takes over in their brain, and that narcissistic injury comes flying out, and that survival mechanism takes over, and it takes over right at you. It's like a caged animal almost. They just want to come right after you. a very, very strong defense mechanism. And so they'll just come right after you. It's a survival mechanism. You don't want to force that. It doesn't help you. And it certainly won't help you when it comes time to negotiating down the road. The next one is, especially during this discard phase, especially when they know after they've tried love bombing you and hoovering you and they've tried all the things, come on, I'll take you back. Let's try. The guilt trips, they've gotten meaner, they've tried all of the things and none of it worked. When they realize it's actually over and you're actually leaving, then they're going to start to realize, okay, you're the enemy. Because with the narcissist, you're either for them or against them. And if you're against them, then you become public enemy number one. Things with narcissists are very black and white, very black and white. It's called splitting. You're either this or that. There's nothing in between. And so now I have to take you down and you'll have nothing. I'm taking you down. And they feel like that because they don't want to take you down before you can take them down. I'm going to take you down. You will have nothing. I've heard narcissists say things like, you're going to live on the streets. You'll have no pennies to your name. I mean, they will say things like that. I'll make sure I take all the money. You'll have nothing. If you know anything about marital law or whatever, it's just a bunch of crap. You've got to close your ears. You've got to close your eyes. You don't panic when they say those things. They say these things to scare you, to threaten you, to make you feel hurt, and to control you because they're hurt. And so you've got to just stay calm. Don't let your emotions take over. I know it's super hard, but you totally have to do that. And you can do hard things. Such a great mantra, Glennon Doyle. I can do hard things. So I want you to put that in the comments right now. I can do hard things. And once you get through doing hard things, you become such a stronger person. And it is through doing hard things that makes you such a stronger person and makes you realize that you are the better version of yourself. And once you face those fears, that is what makes you braver. And that is what makes you a more courageous person. And you got this. All right. So we've got 4 down. We've got 2 to go. So the next one is, I never loved you. So painful when they say things like that. They want to hurt you. They want to go after like that Achilles heel, that heartstring, that thing that they know is going to hurt you the most. So they say things like that. I never loved you. They did love you in their way. And you just have to take and be grateful for the time that you had together and be grateful for the laughter and the good times and take the lessons that you had for the time that you had together and enjoy those moments and enjoy the memories of that. Don't dwell on the things that they're going to say that they need to say in order to cause you pain, because they're going to do that, and be okay with the things that they're going to say to cause you pain, and understand that that's what they're doing. And the same thing for number 6. Number 6 is, I can do much better than you. They're driven by narcissistic supply. They need to feed that ego. They need to feed that feeling of empty space that they have inside of them. They don't feel whole inside. They feel an HOLE. They don't feel WHOLE. And that HOLE is black. It's a never-ending space. It's like a sieve that they have to constantly find something to put inside there. And if you keep trying to fill it, you're just going to feel completely depleted, and your soul will be empty forever and sucked dry. So you just have to look at them and feel compassion and send them love and light from afar, and understand that that is what's going on. And in the meantime, start finding ways that you can get your own sense of healing. And the way that you do that is by getting your own community around you and getting the support and healing that you need. So how do you do that? Well, you get therapy. And if you don't have access to therapy, you get that online. I have a sponsor for this channel, which is BetterHelp. You can go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung to access that. We receive commissions on that. You don't pay any extra. We just want you to have access to the help and support that you need. And then you can join my private Facebook community, which is Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. So join that. And also make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when we release brand new videos, which is every single day. I have another video that I want you to watch, which is Narcissist Secrets That They're Afraid of You Knowing. And that goes into that emptiness that they feel inside of them. So Narcissist Secrets That They Are Afraid of You Knowing. That's the next video that I want you to watch, and we're going to go watch that together. And remember that today's a great day for you to start remembering to negotiate your best life. I'm Rebecca Zung. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in that next video.